Atlanta is buzzing with a scandal so wild that even longtime fans of love and hip-hop can't believe their ears. Imagine this: Kirk Frost's son, Kai Frost, allegedly caught up in a shocking entanglement with none other than Jasmine Washington. Yes, the very same Jasmine who was once his father's most notorious side chick. The whispers started in hushed tones, but now the internet is screaming with receipts, blurry screenshots, and fan theories that paint a picture almost too explosive to ignore. Could history really be repeating itself in the messiest way possible? Fans are left asking, did Kai really smash his dad's old flame? Or is this just another twisted rumor designed to break the Frost family apart? The tension around this alleged hookup has sent social media into a frenzy, with timelines filled with disbelief, outrage, and a whole lot of messy laughter. Some fans are convinced Kai's just fallen victim to being young, reckless, and caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Others believe Jasmine, infamous for flipping the Frost household upside down years ago, might still have the power to stir chaos at the highest level. And if the rumors are true, the fallout could destroy more than just family bonds. It could send Rashida, who's fought for her marriage time and again, over the edge once and for all. What really went down between Kai Frost and Jasmine Washington? Stay tuned, because this drama is only just beginning. The rumors didn't just appear out of thin air. They exploded like wildfire when a grainy video clip surfaced online late one Friday night. It looked like it had been shot on someone's phone from across a dimly lit lounge in Atlanta. At first, the clip seemed innocent enough. Kai Frost, relaxed, hanging out with a few friends, sipping on a drink. But then, in the corner of the frame, unmistakable to anyone who's followed the Frost family saga for years, Jasmine Washington walked in. Her presence alone was enough to make fans freeze the clip, rewind, and zoom in like detectives on a mission. The shock wasn't just that Jasmine was there, it was how comfortably she seemed to slide into Kai's space. Leaning close, whispering something in his ear that made him laugh, placing her hand a little too casually on his arm. That 30-second clip turned into a digital bombshell, with fans demanding answers and gossip blogs spinning out theories faster than anyone could keep up. Almost immediately, hashtags like hashtag KY and Jasmine and hashtag FrostFamilyMess started trending. On Twitter, fans wrote long threads connecting dots, reminding everyone of the history between Jasmine and Kirk. Imagine your dad's side chick pulling up years later and she's in your VIP section. Nah, that's wild, one fan tweeted, racking up thousands of retweets. Another posted, Kai really smashing the same woman that almost tore his family apart. Atlanta drama writes itself at this point. The memes followed quickly, with side-by pictures of Kirk, Kai, and Jasmine, the captions dripping with messy humor and disbelief. It wasn't just the online community buzzing behind closed doors. Whispers started seeping into Atlanta's entertainment scene. Club promoters claimed they'd seen Jasmine and Kai together more than once. A bartender alleged that Jasmine had been calling Kai by a nickname, something too familiar for just casual acquaintances. The most dramatic part: neither Kai nor Jasmine addressed the rumors head-on. Kai posted an Instagram story showing himself in a gym, sweat dripping, with the caption focused on myself, "Y'all stay messy." Jasmine, on the other hand, added fuel to the fire by uploading a cryptic mirror selfie with the caption, "They always mad when the truth don't fit their fairy tale." Fans immediately took this as a confession in disguise. The more they stayed silent, the louder the speculation grew. Bloggers began running live streams, inviting callers to debate whether this alleged romance was real or just another social media stunt. But the tension really escalated when a close friend of Kai's, speaking anonymously, claimed that things weren't just casual, that there were receipts, text messages, even late-night meets that proved something deeper was happening. Inside the Frost household, the situation was reportedly explosive. Sources close to the family revealed that Rashida was beyond furious when she caught wind of the gossip, having fought tooth and nail to keep her marriage intact after Kirk's betrayal with Jasmine years ago. The idea of Jasmine reappearing in their lives, this time linked to her stepson, was almost too much to bear. One insider said, "Rashida feels like Jasmine is playing chess, not checkers. It's like she's trying to ruin their family all over again, and this time she's aiming at the next generation." Kirk, on the other hand, was allegedly livid but also torn, knowing that if he came down too hard on Kai, it could push his son away. "It's a nightmare scenario for Kirk," the insider added. He can't stand the thought of Jasmine circling back. But he also knows Kai is grown now, and trying to control him might backfire. Fans speculated endlessly about Jasmine's motives. Was this about revenge, about keeping her name relevant? Or was there an actual spark between her and Kai? Some believed Jasmine was intentionally trying to provoke Kirk, to remind him that she still had power in the Frost family's narrative. Others argued that maybe Jasmine had moved on from the past drama and genuinely connected with Kai on a personal level. But even the suggestion of romance between them was enough to ignite full-blown chaos. One dramatic caller on a gossip radio show declared, "This is biblical. The sins of the father falling on the son. Atlanta ain't ready for this scandal." That line was clipped and went viral, shared thousands of times, because it captured exactly how fans saw the situation. Not just messy, but generationally messy. The twists didn't stop there. Screenshots started circulating, allegedly showing late-night demas between Jasmine and Kai. While the authenticity couldn't be verified, the messages seemed flirtatious, filled with laughing emojis, compliments, and one chilling line supposedly from Jasmine, "Funny how life brings things full circle." That phrase sent fans spiraling, interpreting it as Jasmine mocking the family's history. "She knows what she's doing," one fan wrote. "That's a dagger straight at Rashid's heart." Another user commented, "If this is real, Jasmine is playing the villain role perfectly. She's feeding off the Frost drama like it's her career." Meanwhile, Kai's friends appeared divided. Some defended him, saying he was young and shouldn't be punished for finding attraction in someone older, even if she came with baggage. Others quietly distanced themselves, not wanting to get caught in the crossfire of Frost family politics. One friend reportedly told a blogger, "Kai's not thinking about the family legacy, he's just thinking about himself." But man, the fallout is gonna be ugly. This sentiment rang true because every time Kai and Jasmine were spotted in the same place, the story deepened. Witnesses claimed they saw them leaving a restaurant together late at night, looking too comfortable. Another alleged sighting had them both at a private house party, where someone swore they saw them slipping out a side door together. The family drama escalated into a confrontation that fans only heard about through leaks. According to one anonymous tipster, Rashida confronted Kai in tears, begging him not to go down a path that would destroy the family's reputation. "Do you know what this would do to me? To your father? To our name?" she allegedly cried, her voice breaking. Kai, frustrated, snapped back, "I'm not my dad, Mom. Don't treat me like I'm him." That line, if true, marked a turning point. It highlighted not just Kai's independence but also his resentment of being forever tied to his father's mistakes. The leaked account of this confrontation added gasoline to an already raging fire, making fans speculate that the Frost family wasn't just battling rumors, they were battling each other. Kirk's reaction, meanwhile, was described as both furious and humiliated. He allegedly tried to call Jasmine directly, demanding she stop whatever she was doing with his son. Jasmine, in true dramatic fashion, reportedly laughed and said, "You don't get to control me anymore, Kirk. Maybe focus on your own house." That line alone sent chills down fans' spines. If Jasmine truly said it, it meant she was not only unbothered by the accusations but also reveling in the chaos it caused. For Kirk, the nightmare of his past mistakes was coming back to life, in the most brutal way possible. And now his own son was at the center of it, as the dust seemed like it couldn't get any thicker. A supposed fan who attended the same club where the video first surfaced claimed to have overheard Jasmine telling a friend, "They'll never see this coming." Whether it was a drunken joke or a calculated plan, the words became a rallying cry across social media. Fans reposted the phrase endlessly, convinced it was Jasmine's way of signaling that she was orchestrating a bigger storm than anyone imagined. And if the rumors were true, Kai Frost was right at the heart of it, either knowingly or as a pawn. In Jasmine's long game of revenge against Kirk and Rashida, the whispers turned into a roar when another piece of alleged evidence hit the internet. This time, it wasn't a blurry video or a vague screenshot, it was a photo. A fan claimed they spotted Jasmine and Kai together at a hookah lounge in Atlanta, and the image, though grainy, seemed to show Jasmine leaning into Kai while he whispered something in her ear. The photo went viral within hours, landing on every gossip page and sparking heated debates. Some insisted it was doctored, pointing out inconsistencies in the lighting, while others swore up and down that it was real. "That's 100% Kai's chain. No doubt," one commenter declared. Referring to the distinctive diamond-encrusted necklace Kai is known for, another added, "Y'all can argue all day, but the energy in that pic screams intimacy." By the next morning, the photo had become the centerpiece of the scandal, pushing the Frost family back into the harsh spotlight they thought they had escaped. Inside the Frost household, tensions reportedly reached a boiling point. Kirk was said to be pacing the house, phone in hand, calling anyone who might give him answers. How the hell did this happen? He allegedly yelled during one heated call. For Kirk, the thought of his son following in his own scandalous footsteps with the very woman who once jeopardized his marriage wasn't just humiliating, it was crushing. Rashida, meanwhile, was said to be livid in a quieter, more controlled way. Sources claimed she locked herself in her boutique office for hours, ignoring calls and texts, only emerging to tell a close friend, "I can't believe we're going through this again. She's trying to ruin us all over again." The word she hung heavy in the air, clearly directed at Jasmine, who seemed to always have the power to send shockwaves through their lives. And Jasmine, she played her role to perfection. Rather than deny or confirm, she stayed active on social media, posting cryptic captions that fans interpreted as taunts. One Instagram post showed her sipping a glass of champagne with the words, "Unbut," written across the screen. Another was a simple black and white selfie with the caption, "Truth always wins in the end." Fans flooded her comments with fire emojis, accusations, and wild theories. Some even begged her to go live and spill everything, convinced she was sitting on a story too messy to ignore. But Jasmine stayed coy, letting the speculation do the work for her. If she was indeed involved with Kai, she was in no rush to admit it, and if she wasn't, she was clearly relishing the attention the rumors brought. For Kai, the pressure was mounting. Friends described him as defensive and irritated, brushing off the rumors whenever confronted. "People need to mind their business," he reportedly told one friend, shaking his head. But his actions painted a different picture. He was seen leaving events quickly when paparazzi showed up, and his once frequent Instagram posts slowed to a trickle. When he did post, it was vague messages like loyalty over lies or family don't understand until it's too late. Each of these cryptic notes only fueled the speculation, with fans dissecting every word, searching for hidden meanings. One fan wrote, "He's basically confirming it without confirming it," while another insisted, "He's crying out for attention because he knows the backlash is coming." The situation was becoming a storm with no calm in sight. The drama hit another peak when a leaked voice note surfaced online. A blogger claimed to have received the audio from someone close to the situation, and while the voices couldn't be confirmed, fans swore it was Jasmine and Kai. In the recording, a woman who sounded eerily like Jasmine laughed and said, "Your dad would lose his mind if he knew we were even in the same room." A male voice, deeper and younger, chuckled in response, "That's what makes it funny." The internet lost its collective mind. Whether real or fake, the audio added another explosive layer to the already chaotic narrative. "This is Shakespeare messy," one fan tweeted. "The father's sins haunting the son, but now the son is leaning into it." Others were horrified, calling the alleged relationship disgusting and a betrayal that no family could come back from. The voice note became the most talked about clip of the week. Shared millions of times, dissected in YouTube livestreams, and debated endlessly in comment sections. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, a family intervention was said to have taken place. Kirk allegedly sat Kai down in the living room, Rashida by his side, both of them pleading for clarity. "Tell me this isn't true, son," Kirk supposedly demanded, his voice breaking with anger and desperation. Kai, according to insiders, looked his father in the eye and responded coldly, "You lost the right to tell me what's right or wrong when you did the same thing." That statement, if accurate, cut Kirk to his core. Rashida reportedly broke down in tears, whispering, "This family can't survive another scandal like this." But Kai, hardened and defiant, wasn't swayed. "I'm not living in your shadow," he allegedly said before storming out. The confrontation only deepened the divide, making it clear this was no longer just a rumor, it was a full-blown family crisis. The outside world, however, was eating it up. Fans created elaborate timelines, piecing together Jasmine's posts, Kai's movements, and old clips from Love and Hip Hop to weave a narrative that felt like a reality show in real. Some argued that Jasmine was simply using Kai to get back at Kirk, painting her as a master manipulator with a thirst for revenge. Others suggested that Kai was knowingly defying his father, using Jasmine as a weapon to rebel against a man whose mistakes had haunted him his entire life. And still, a small group of fans insisted maybe it wasn't that deep, maybe they genuinely liked each other, messy history and all. The debates grew so heated that gossip bloggers began hosting live debates, with thousands of viewers tuning in to argue their stance. Team Jasmine and Team Rashida hashtags resurfaced, echoing the battles of years past, but this time with Kai caught in the crossfire. Then came the bombshell twist nobody saw coming. A gossip site claimed to have obtained text messages directly from Kai's phone, allegedly sent to a friend. In the texts, Kai reportedly vented about his father, writing, "He made my life a circus. If Jasmine makes him mad, so be it." Another message said, "She understands me better than he ever did." If authentic, these messages painted a picture not of lust or scandal alone, but of deep-seated resentment and emotional turmoil. Fans were floored. One blogger wrote, "This isn't just about Jasmine. This is about Kai versus Kirk, and Jasmine is the battlefield." The narrative shifted from a messy fling to a psychological war between father and son, with Jasmine at the center, like a symbol of Kirk's past sins. The story grew more layered, more tragic, and undeniably more captivating. By this point, the Frost family name was trending daily, dominating gossip blogs, podcasts, and even mainstream outlets that rarely touched love and hip-hop drama. Talk show hosts joked about the scandal on air, while serious commentators debated the ethics of airing such private family turmoil. But no matter how you looked at it, the story had become inescapable. Kirk was fighting to hold on to his dignity, Rashida was trying to hold the family together. Kai was asserting his independence in the messiest way possible, and Jasmine was either the villain pulling strings or the misunderstood woman caught in a storm not entirely of her making. The saga wasn't slowing down, it was snowballing, dragging everyone connected into the spotlight. And just when fans thought they'd seen the peak of the chaos, another shocking revelation was about to push the story into uncharted territory. Just when the firestorm seemed unbearable, another shocking twist broke loose that sent the entire fan base spiraling into disbelief. A mysterious Twitter account popped up late one night under the name Truth Hurts ATL, and it started dropping what it claimed were exclusive receipts. The account uploaded a blurry but telling video clip of Jasmine and Kai walking out of a high-rise apartment building together in the early hours of the morning. Jasmine was wearing oversized sunglasses and a hoodie pulled low, while Kai trailed just a step behind, trying to keep his head down. Though the footage was shaky, fans were quick to play detective, zooming in and matching Kai's sneakers and jacket to ones he had posted on Instagram just days before. "That's him, no question," one fan tweeted, while another added, "She don't even care to hide, no more, this is wild." Within hours, the clip racked up millions of views and cemented the scandal as more than just rumor. It was becoming undeniable in the public eye. The leaks didn't stop there. The same account dropped screenshots of alleged text exchanges between Jasmine and a friend, where Jasmine hinted at her connection with Kai. One message supposedly read, "He's nothing like his father, he actually listens." Another line had her joking, "If the world knew, they'd lose their minds." Fans lost theirs instantly. Whether the texts were real or fabricated hardly mattered, people believed them because the narrative already felt too juicy, too messy, too aligned with everything fans had come to expect from the Frost family drama. Gossip blogs went into overdrive, analyzing every screenshot, debating every emoji, and fueling theories about Jasmine's true intentions. Some insisted she was deliberately orchestrating chaos to get back at Kirk and Rashida. Others argued that Jasmine, who had long been painted as the villain, might actually have found genuine connection with Kai. But one thing was clear, this was no longer just about scandal. It was about control, power, and the public spectacle of one family unraveling. Inside the Frost household, insiders described the mood as catastrophic. Kirk was said to be furious beyond words, slamming his phone down in frustration after reading the leaks. "She's playing us all over again," he reportedly shouted. Rashida, meanwhile, was caught between rage and heartbreak, allegedly telling a close friend, "It's like I'm reliving a nightmare. But this time, it's worse because now it's the kids involved." Sources claimed she begged Kai to stop whatever was happening, reminding him how much pain Jasmine had caused their family in the past. Kai, however, wasn't backing down. He allegedly snapped back, "This isn't about you, Mom. This is my life. And I'm not going to live it scared of what people think." The defiance in his tone reportedly shattered Rashida, who felt the family slipping further and further from her grasp. Kirk decided to take matters into his own hands. Word spread that he confronted Jasmine directly, showing up at her apartment unannounced. According to neighbors who claimed to have overheard the heated exchange, Kirk's voice boomed through the hallways. "You will not do this to my family again," he allegedly yelled. Jasmine's response, cool and calculated, cut deep, "Maybe your family keeps doing this to themselves." Witnesses said Kirk stormed off, red-faced and furious, while Jasmine stood her ground, unshaken. For fans, this confrontation became the stuff of legend, adding another dramatic chapter to a saga that was already spiraling out of control. Bloggers began reenacting the supposed showdown in dramatic skits, while fan accounts memed Kirk's alleged line into oblivion. The drama didn't just affect the Frost, it rippled through their wider circle. Friends of the family, co-stars from Love and Hip Hop, and even acquaintances began chiming in with their opinions. One castmate allegedly tweeted, "This is the messiest plotline we never filmed," while another cryptically posted, "When you play with fire, don't be surprised when your whole house burns." Fans dissected every comment, trying to figure out who was siding with whom. Some speculated that even those close to the family were secretly enjoying the chaos, watching from the sidelines as the Frost's carefully rebuilt image crumbled yet again. And while the internet roasted Kai for crossing an unspoken boundary, others sympathized, pointing out that growing up in Kirk's shadow might have driven him to rebel in the most extreme way possible, adding fuel to the chaos. A popular gossip blogger claimed to have insider audio from a phone call between Jasmine and one of her girlfriends. In the clip, Jasmine allegedly said, "Kai's grown. If he wants to be with me, that's his choice. I'm not chasing nobody. They're just mad because they can't control him." Whether the audio was authentic or not, it reinforced the narrative that Jasmine was unbothered and unapologetic. Fans argued endlessly. Was she manipulating Kai, or was she simply refusing to be shamed for her choices? Either way, her words or the alleged version of them cemented her as the unapologetic villain in this drama for some, and an empowered woman standing against hypocrisy for others. For Kai, the fallout became impossible to ignore. Paparazzi began trailing him across Atlanta, shouting questions about Jasmine as he walked to his car. At one point, caught on camera, he muttered, "Y'all don't know nothing, man, leave me alone." The clip only made things worse, with fans insisting his refusal to deny the relationship was as good as a confirmation. Friends distanced themselves, not wanting to get pulled into the circus, while Kai seemed to retreat further into isolation. Still, he continued to post vague captions on Instagram like, "The truth hurts, but lies kill," fueling speculation that he was leaning into the chaos, rather than trying to escape it. The family war reached its peak when Rashida allegedly issued an ultimatum. According to one insider, she sat Kai down and said, "If you keep seeing her, don't expect to be welcome under this roof." The ultimatum shocked fans when it leaked, as Rashida had always been known for holding her family together, no matter the scandal. But this was different, this was personal, this was generational. And this was tearing at the very core of everything she had fought for. Kai's response, reportedly delivered in a chillingly calm voice, was simple, "Then I guess I won't be coming back." That line, if true, marked a breaking point. Fans reacted with shock, sadness, and a sense of grim fascination. "This is the Frost family civil war," one fan tweeted. "We're witnessing the collapse in real time." But as devastating as things seemed, the saga had one final shocking twist left. A former friend of Jasmine's came forward with claims that the entire relationship might have started as a calculated move. According to this source, Jasmine confided months ago that she wanted to remind Kirk he could never erase her. If true, it meant Jasmine had targeted Kai as part of a revenge plot, turning the Frost family into pawns in her game. The revelation sent fans into another frenzy, debating whether Jasmine was truly that calculated or whether the ex-friend was just clout chasing. Either way, the story had evolved into something bigger than anyone could have imagined. This wasn't just gossip anymore, it was an all-out saga of betrayal, revenge, rebellion, and broken family ties. Gripping fans like a reality show they couldn't turn off, and just when the world thought they had seen it all, another wave of chaos was already looming, threatening to push the Frost family further than ever before. The storm only intensified when a second wave of receipts surfaced, this time from a source claiming to be close to Kai himself. Screenshots of supposed private group chats leaked, showing Kai venting about his parents and defending his rumored closeness with Jasmine. One message, allegedly typed by him, read, "They all think I'm a kid, but I'm grown. Jasmine treats me like a man. That's more than I can say for some people in my own family." Another claimed, "If Pops wanted loyalty, he should have shown it first." These words hit like a dagger, sparking endless debates online. Fans who once dismissed the drama as a baseless rumor suddenly felt the gravity of a son openly lashing out at his father, while the shadow of Jasmine loomed larger than ever. For many, This wasn't just scandal, it was betrayal, rebellion, and heartbreak woven into a messy spectacle only reality TV could dream up. As the scandal reached fever pitch, the Frost family dynamic started unraveling in public. Kirk was spotted looking weary and withdrawn during a public appearance, refusing to take interviews or pose for the press. Rashida, normally polished and composed, broke down during a live Instagram session. Though she avoided naming names, her message was crystal clear. With tears streaming down her face, she told viewers, "At some point, enough has to be enough. Families can't heal when old wounds keep being ripped open." Fans flooded the comments with sympathy, but also with accusations. Some blamed Rashida for ever forgiving Kirk in the first place, saying she allowed this cycle of pain to continue. Others rallied behind her, praising her strength for enduring yet another humiliation, tied back to the same woman who had haunted their marriage for years. That live became a defining moment in the saga, spreading across every blog and news outlet, cementing Rashida as both victim and warrior in the eyes of many. But Jasmine wasn't done playing her part in the chaos. Shortly after Rashida's livestream, Jasmine posted a photo of herself in a stunning red dress, captioned simply, "Unapologetic." The timing was too perfect, the message too deliberate. Fans immediately interpreted it as a shot fired directly at Rashida. Comment sections exploded, with some praising Jasmine's boldness while others dragged her mercilessly. "She thrives on the drama," one fan wrote. "She knows exactly what she's doing." Another comment read, "Kai's not the one being played, he's the one being used." Still, others insisted Jasmine was just living her life and that people were too quick to villainize her. Regardless of intent, the post fanned the flames, ensuring Jasmine remained the center of attention in a scandal that refused to die down. Behind closed doors, the Frost household was reportedly fractured beyond repair. Sources whispered about nights filled with shouting matches, icy silences, and slammed doors. Kirk allegedly confronted Kai one final time in a last-ditch attempt to pull him back from the brink. "You're my son," he reportedly said, his voice heavy with desperation. "Don't make the same mistakes I made." Kai's answer, however, was said to be chilling in its finality. "Maybe your mistakes are the only honest thing about you." That line, whether real or exaggerated in retelling, spread online like wildfire. Fans dissected it endlessly, turning it into memes, quotes, and think pieces. For many, it symbolized the generational curse of betrayal and secrecy that had plagued the Frost family for years, now playing out in a public arena for the entire world to witness, adding yet another layer of mess. A well-known Atlanta promoter dropped a bombshell during a podcast interview. He claimed that Kai and Jasmine had been spotted together multiple times at exclusive events, often arriving separately but leaving in the same car. "This isn't just a fling," he insisted. "They're really out here moving like a couple." The revelation sent fans into another frenzy, with debates raging over whether this was genuine affection or a toxic mix of revenge and rebellion. Some fans believed Kai was truly in love, blinded by the allure of being with a woman who represented defiance against his father. Others were convinced Jasmine was orchestrating the whole affair to remind Kirk and Rashida that she could never truly be erased from their lives. Either way, the scandal had grown beyond whispers and speculation. It had become a full-blown saga of love, betrayal, and generational drama. Meanwhile, the world outside the Frost family couldn't get enough. Every gossip blog, every talk show, every YouTube commentator was feeding off the chaos. Some framed it as a tragic cycle of betrayal repeating itself. Others painted it as a modern-day soap opera. Fans tuned in like it was their favorite drama series, waiting for the next explosive twist, the next cryptic post, the next tearful livestream. Even those who claimed to be disgusted by the scandal couldn't look away, proving once again that when it came to the Frosts, mess sold better than anything else. The memes, the hashtags, the late-night debates, all of it kept the story alive, making it impossible for Kai, Jasmine, Kirk, or Rashida to escape the spotlight. But perhaps the most shocking twist came from an unexpected source: Kai himself. One night, out of nowhere, he posted a black-and-white photo of himself and Jasmine sitting side by side on what appeared to be a rooftop. Their faces were turned away from the camera, but their hands were unmistakably intertwined. The caption was a single word: choice. The internet erupted. For some, this was the confirmation they had been waiting for. Their relationship was real, and Kai was no longer hiding it. For others, it was the ultimate betrayal, a public slap in the face to his father and stepmother. Within minutes, the post racked up tens of thousands of comments, ranging from support to outrage. "Do you, King?" Some fans cheered, while others declared, "You've just ended your family for good." The photo didn't just confirm suspicions, it solidified the scandal as one of the most unforgettable sagas in Atlanta's messy entertainment history. The fallout was immediate and devastating. Kirk reportedly refused to speak to Kai after the post, shutting himself off from his son entirely. Rashida, according to insiders, felt utterly broken, confessing to friends that she didn't know how to hold the family together anymore. Jasmine, on the other hand, continued to thrive under the spotlight, posting glamorous photos and cryptic captions that fans dissected like sacred texts. The Frost family was left divided, fractured, and publicly humiliated, while fans devoured every update like the next episode of a drama they couldn't stop binge-watching. And though the saga had reached a boiling point, the questions remained. Was this the final act of rebellion, or just the beginning of an even darker chapter? Would the Frosts ever recover, or had Jasmine cemented herself as the eternal ghost haunting their family? One thing was certain: this scandal had already carved itself into reality TV legend. A story so wild, so shocking, that no scripted show could ever compete. And so, the scandal that began as whispers in a dimly lit lounge spiraled into one of the most jaw-dropping sagas Atlanta and the entire love and hip-hop fanbase had ever seen. What started as a blurry video and a few cryptic posts grew into a full-blown storm of betrayals, tears, confrontations, and shocking revelations. Fans were left torn between sympathy and outrage, watching as Kai Frost, determined to step out of his father's shadow, chose the most explosive path imaginable, tying himself to the very woman who once nearly destroyed his parents' marriage. Jasmine Washington, ever unapologetic, leaned into the chaos, refusing to shrink away, while Kirk and Rashida found themselves once again fighting to hold on to what little remained of their fractured family. It was the kind of drama that blurred the line between real life and reality television, leaving everyone wondering where the truth ended and the performance began. But the most haunting part of this saga, the questions it leaves behind. Is Kai truly in love, or is he a pawn in Jasmine's endless game of revenge? Will Kirk and his son ever repair their bond, or has the generational cycle of betrayal finally broken them beyond repair? And what about Rashida? Will she find the strength to stand tall once again, or has this final humiliation pushed her to her breaking point? The answers remain uncertain, but one thing is clear. This scandal isn't just a headline, it's a story that will linger, a wound that may never fully heal. Now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Kai and Jasmine are truly together, or is this all one elaborate stunt? Are you Team Jasmine, unapologetically defying expectations, or Team Rashida, fighting desperately to protect her family? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back, because this story is too messy for silence. And if you're hooked on the drama, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for more uncut tea, and turn on those notifications so you never miss the next explosive twist, because trust me, when it comes to the Frost family, the saga is far from over.